I'm very happy because, from my time there, there's a lot of pressure around Tottenham. People are always talking about winning trophies, trophies, trophies. They try so hard every single season. They try to improve the team every single year, but it's not easy in the Premier League where all the teams are top teams. All the teams are full of quality players, and the big teams, they have the financial background to bring quality players or more quality players. So it's not easy, the part of Tottenham, trying to get to the top four, maybe one day to win the league, who knows? But I think they can do it. I think, my personal opinion, they need to stabilize, because of that pressure I told you. A lot of pressure to win trophies, a lot of pressure to be there competing with the best. And they had seasons like that with Pochettino as a manager. So they have to improve that way, to have that stability, to give that stability to the team, and then just the normal work, everybody together, unite to get Tottenham where it belongs. But I think it's a big team. The fans are massive in Tottenham. So I think they have all the conditions for one day, sooner or later, to be there competing with the top clubs, which they already are, but competing for the Premier League. I think so. There's not a lot of pressure as well in the manager because of that. He did a fantastic job in Celtic. So when he went to Tottenham, no one knew exactly how things would work out. But I think he plays offensive football, which is good for the fans. They are winning, which is very important. I think he has a great relationship with the players. I don't know, from what I look from outside, just watching games and interviews and everything. When you have a top player like Harry Kane, when he leaves, there's a lot of fear about what is going to happen, who is going to fulfill his duties. But I think not just one player is important, but the whole team. And now I think it's not more about one player, it's more about the team as a whole. And I think that can take Tottenham to improve and to get better, and to fight for the goals for the season, trophies, or to get as higher as possible in the table. I think so. I think nowadays it's easier for the players to go abroad and do well. It wasn't like that in the past, because the English players, when they went to play in other leagues or very competitive leagues, they would struggle a lot. But I think the mentality nowadays is different. And when you find a club like Bayern who wants a big name like Harry Kane, and they pay a lot of money for him, he knows he will be one of the top stars in the team. So everybody will try to do their best for him to feel at home, and for him to do the best he can, which is playing football. And outside in the normal life, I think he can struggle a little bit, but in the pitch he knows, he's a top quality player. He knows what he has to do. He loves, and he scores a lot of goals. So I think he will be one big name and one big player for Bayern Munich. Yeah, definitely. We all hope so. And they did so well in the World Cup. It was so important for them, but for us as a country as well. And they're getting their space, so it's important to help them to improve the women's game in Portugal. To all the big teams to have a women's team. To bring. We have a lot of quality in Portugal. The Portuguese player. But bring as well good foreign players for them to improve and get better. But I think that they showed in the World Cup that they can get better and do well. So I hope that can break into something stronger in the future. I think amazing. His potential is unbelievable, and he's showing that in Manchester United and in the national team. He has so much quality, and it's important for us as a country and a football country to have players like him. Not just Ronaldo. Ronaldo is massive all over the world and very important for us. We know everything that he's been doing for himself, but for our country and for our national team. But you have players like Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva. We have plenty of quality in our national team, and they're showing it every day in playing for the national team, but as well in the clubs and in the top leagues in Europe. So and we have as well some young players that are coming in. So it's very important to us. We have a lot of quality. It's not easy for the managers because they have to pick the players, but we have a few players like Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, as you said, they're coming up as leaders, and that's important for the young ones and someone they can look forward to the future. Well, I think it's something new for everybody, They're putting a lot of financial effort in taking the best players and managers there, and I think all changed with Ronaldo going there, because Ronaldo is not someone that can go somewhere like Saudi and just relax. No, he wants more. He wants to win titles. He wants to score goals. That's his mentality, and he brings that to the league. So everybody's a little bit following him. Because for him everything about the game is very important, and he always wants more. So I think I think not a problem in the future, but it will be very competitive, the Saudi league, because they have the financial background to support them, to bring more and more players. It will improve the league. It will improve the national team of Saudi Arabia, the quality of the local players. And that's something that everybody wants to see as well. They did very well last World Cup, and I think that was something they wanted more. They want to improve more, and they found this balance. I think to bring the best players, not just old players, but young players as well that have a lot of talent and a lot of years in front of them to improve and get better. And I think it will be a problem in the aspect of competitive, it will be a very competitive league in the future. Yeah. Well, I think it's important nowadays with the game. There's no controversial, or it's still a little bit controversial decisions, but not as much as in the past. What you see is what you get. So people need to. I think fans always try to find something they can complain about. And it will be with VAR in the future. But I think it's here to improve the game. It's here to improve teams, the way teams play, the way the players play, where they have to be more careful about their positioning, about the way they act as the players in the pitch. Because before VAR you could, some small fights with your opponents and nobody would see it. And now with the VAR, you cannot do that. So we have to completely focus on the game. Be careful what you do. Be careful about your position. So everything that comes to the game to improve, it's good. If it's not to improve, no, it's not. It's not good. Ronaldo is not there, so I would pick Ronaldo. I have to say it as a Portuguese, and I love his game, and he's still on top form. But I think from everything that happened, I think Messi will take it because it was so special to see him win the World Cup, so special for the Argentinian fans and the Argentinian country and people, so special for them to see him win the World Cup, which was his dream, but the people of Argentina was that dream as well, because the links with Maradona and the fantastic and quality player he is. So I think for that I would pick Messi, because it's like the perfect final ending, of the story of Messi. I think Mbappe will be the top star in the future. The thing is that Ronaldo and Messi, they put football so higher, as quality players, as unbelievable players, and it's not going to be easy to replace them, because they will be remembered for the last 10, 15 years, as Ronaldo said in the press conference in Portugal. They did so much for football. Football is something that everybody loves and enjoys, but since Ronaldo and Messi, I think it's just crazy about the improvement and the evolution of football. But I think with all the conditions that Mbappe is, I think he can be the next star for the next, I don't know, he's 23, for the next 10, 15 years. But, there's other players that are not as as known. I won't say known, but you know, we have Bernardo Silva, who could be, you know, he plays so well, and you always have players that are coming in, and they're showing their quality as well. But someone is going to compete with Mbappe. But with his age and what he's been doing in football, it won't be easy to get him in those prices.